things that my parents did with us when we were, my parents were great parents. We were raising our kids sort of in the same town, and my parents did a very good job of not butting in, not volunteering things, not disciplining the grandkids without, they would hand it off to us. So we took that as a great model. So the model is that you don't interfere with what you had your chance when your kids were in your home. You had your chance to teach them everything you wanted to teach them. Once they're married and bringing up their kids, you don't say anything unless they ask. So if your kids say, do you have some advice on we're dealing with this or we're dealing with that? Grandparents volunteering little helpful tidbits here and there are
the bane of everyone's existence.
It's probably not nearly as helpful as one might think.
Well, it is actually proactively creating distance.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's the reason that mother-in-laws have become such a thing.
Yeah.
It's like everyone knows it's the worst, and yet everyone does it anyway.
One of my favorites is the Sabbath dinner, having one of those constant showdowns with, I don't know which kid. So we're at dinner and I'm spending most of the dinner in the bathroom. There's probably about 8 years where that was the case. Going back constantly, and I remember, I think on multiple occasions as I'm walking off one of the kids with Nancy saying, bless you, bless you, bless you, my son.
You go do that good work.
Yeah.
We want to like your kids too.
Well, because discipline your kids, it's just, you're on a long trudge, and to have everybody encouraging you behind it means a lot.
And disciplining your kids means I love you too much to let you become obnoxious to the world.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I can remember at Sabbath being in the bathroom with a child who, for some reason, threw a toot at the last second. Where
you could actually throw them.
yeah, but it's like at the last second while the party is going on out there, being in the bathroom with a kid. It's like, and you say, are you having fun right now? And it's like, no. And it was like, do you want to be back in fellowship? And it's like, yes, because it's like, what am I doing here? Why did I do that? I hate this whole concept. So it's like, it's been that kind of thing. It's been a really great thing for our children to understand that self-discipline is what is required for you to enjoy
But to have a
this
grandma
wonderful thing.
off on the side going, don't do that to my grandson.
Right.
That's like the most
to not
unhelpful
be-
thing.
To not be overly sentimental in a way that's actually really disruptive, but to actually support the work that needs to be done is huge.
Well, Ben actually had the honor of breaking me into that. Because the first few times that Knox got hauled off, I'd be like, no. And that's when I start saying, I bless you, Ben. Yeah, so I'm like a good grandson. And
Of course, there was one time when Ben was taking Knox down the hall, and Knox looked back and said, "Hang loose,
Yeah.
hang loose, everybody.
That's right, they go over his shoulder.
I'll be back in a bit."
He was like 2 years old.
But see, that's another thing is that most of this happens from between 2 and 5.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean there's not exceptions after the fact, but as far as the vast bit of the work is early, and then after that, it's touch up.
Yeah, 90% of all our corporal discipline, 90% of it all happened preschool.
Yeah.
And basically you're establishing your authority. It's a loving context, and course corrections, minor adjustments are necessary after that.
We did 3 years in England. 10 years ago we got back, and then this summer we returned for a little bit. And what was funny is while we were there for the 3 years, the kids were all really little, and I think we were known as the family that was, like when we moved in a little line, and we were pretty strict.
Everyone would say, it's the Von Trapps.
Yeah, I told them form up, they would line up. But we were definitely the family that was different than the rest of the church because we were fairly regimented. But that was the way we handled things when they were little. But what was really fun was going back now and just having, the kids are basically our friends, and to be able to be there just with your friends.
Right.
And to have everybody in the congregation actually see that our kids actually are really just a lot of fun, and it's a really fun family. It's really kind of an interesting
Flash
conversation.
forward to later in the movie. Yeah, when our kids were littler, Luke would have the You'd be like, Alpha formation. You're like Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie were the different formations for how we walked through parking lots. And it's like, that's funny because that time has passed. We don't do that anymore. You just hang
Probably
on
should.
to.
You just walk through Chicago.
No,
Well, we pretty much did. We just forgot to call it
We still
anything.
do line, not a net.
Train.
You know, train,
Yeah.
train, not a
Yeah.
net, because you can train or you can like catch everybody.